Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Here we have this residential application. Here we have a couple of fan blades in the center of the room. We have some can lights out here. And then, of course, the seating area is right here in the middle. This is all reclining seating. There's a TV set back here that we want to be aware of. And then, of course, the doors are sliding doors, so they're not coming out into the patio area in any way. So let's go ahead and see what we can do for this client. I did add these lights that I could not see in one of the photos. It might have been hidden by, one of the fan blades back here like that. But in any case, I believe there's, two sets of three like that here. Overall dimensions. So I have 25 feet that dimension, outside edge to outside edge. Now you can see there's a little bit set up with this fireplace and TV set, that entertainment area, and then 16 feet from the wall to the outside edge here, and then the ceiling height I have at 9 feet 6 to the top ceiling here. Now these fans, I'm not sure of the exact dimension of that, but let's just take a look at what I have here. I didn't place this on here, so let me just go in here real quick and see if I can do this quickly. From there to center point here, and yeah, so I have those at 7 feet 7 1/8 of an inch from centers. So that's something to be aware of, because that's going to be important as far as the placement of the heater. So let me turn that off right now. So there's two options. The option I like best would be going parallel with the lights here. I have them between each light, and the reason I have it like this is just because it looks more organized, I think, in this fashion. Now the part that I don't like about it is the fact that they are kind of farther apart than I would typically like, so it might be behoove the customer to change the angle from straight down to maybe a 5-degree inwards tilt on each side. That way you might get a little bit better of a covering between the two seating, or between the two heaters. The heaters that I'm using here are the WD 5024 5000 watt 240 volt system. So they have two bulbs. You would probably want to use a dimming control system on something like this because of the height. And as you can see, when I put the ray on, the footprint of heat is roughly 10 by 10. And actually I have it so that this, from this point here to this point over here, is about 10 feet. And then you can see it actually covers a little bit further out, but that's the most predictable footprint is this little point here and point there. So in any case, you can see here the coverage in the middle is what I was talking about. I'm not hitting the center portion of the seating area as well as I'd like. So if we had the slight 5-degree tilt, we would cover that area. And also this, I have this seating offset slightly because I think this is an access point, so that the furniture is pushed outside a little bit to the edge of this side here. And I think that's what the images that the customer sent me indicated. So I hope that's true. But nonetheless, the position of the heaters themselves are uniform within that space. So the lighting fixtures here and here. So now that would be one option, and I just want to go ahead and quickly show you that with this being, I think it's about 2 feet from this point here to the center of the heater, I'm meeting the 18 inches on this edge and meeting the 18 inches on this edge here, and I'm not penetrating the glass very highly, so I'm not concerned about uneven expansion and contraction of that glass. So anyway, and the clearance above is not a problem whatsoever. You can see that we're meeting the 6 inches with the OEM bracket. So let me turn that off for a minute, turn that off. This would be option 2. Now the problem with option 2 is I don't know the true distance between these fans and the diameter of the fan itself. Now the diameter of the fan is going to dictate whether or not this blade is going to come into that 18-inch clearance. So let's turn that on first, and you can see I have about almost 2 inches of, almost 4 inches of fan blade into that clearance issue, or a clearance zone, let's call it, this yellow section here. And with that being said, if this is a steel fan blade, I just have a model here, but if this is a steel fan blade, then that's not an issue whatsoever. But if it's a wooden fan blade like I have here, this is something that would not work, because I'm now penetrating that. And this is a 3-blade fan, so if I was to rotate this, this would be in there 4 inches, and this would be in this zone here 4 inches as well. So something that we have to really consider. But the thing I like about this option is the fact that the ray, if you can see here, let me just turn that off for a second. The ray is really nice and uniform throughout the whole entire space. With these are 6,000, so CD6024 6,000 watt 240 volt heaters. And again, you would want to use control system. You potentially may not even want to use this heater, but if you're sitting, here and your feet are out here, you're not going to get as much as that you would want from this heater out here. And we can't move it any closer because of the fans. So, that third heater is really something that you really need. Now, the thing about this ceiling that I'm not aware of is I'm assuming there could be some dead air space between here. The rafters and whatnot are built inside there. Because I noticed that this is a sloped ceiling, or sloped rooftop, let's say. The ceiling's flat. But if we could potentially, move all the heaters into the ceiling utilizing a flush mount system, this application not only would broadcast the heat a little bit further out, span it out a little bit further, but it would also look really well if that's a possibility. So that means the rafters wouldn't, you couldn't have the rafter right here in the center for that to happen. And also, again, we still have to be concerned about the clearances next to the heater. So that's another issue that we have to address. But that would look like a really nice, clean application here. So, all right. But for now, we're just going to look at it from this point of view here, and again, be concerned about the clearances between the fans. All right, if you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, we're here to help. Send your request to support@patioheat.com. I'm Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and patioheat.com. And if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up, if this has helped you make your decisions, we appreciate that very much. Thank you and have a great day.